My favorite race, I will say, was in France when I won on my home track. That was a really special feeling, of course, with much more support than usual. And yeah, it feels always special, when you win a race in your at home, I will say. So yeah, great memory. It was in Paul Ricard in Formula Renault 2 liters, and hopefully I will be able to enjoy some similar moments in France. Yeah, it's true. I will say, of course, with the tires, it's quite complicated. We don't get many chance either in free practice to get used to the track or to get ready for qualifying. To get the car ready, you have only a couple of laps, and then after in quali, you get only 2 or 3 chances. So you really need to get the best out of it. But of course, it's not that easy, and sometimes it can affect a lot the final result of the weekend. So it's really important to get everything in a smooth way, get everything like the plan, and to get a good final result of the weekend. Yeah, we do a lot of simulator work, of course, because yeah, limited track time. So we need to be ready straight on the first lap in free practice, start to work for the team, and already get the feeling with the car. So yeah, I spend quite a lot of time in the simulator at Red Bull, also with my team, with Prema, just to get myself ready as much as we can when we get on track. Definitely, I think the simulators now are really close to the reality. Of course, you can't say it's exactly the same 100%, but I think it's with the development we did with Red Bull, we got a really good car model, and yeah, we are able to do a lot of good work, especially for me. When you haven't been to a track since a year, it's always good to get back in the sim and just get all your marks, braking, your lines, and everything. So no, I will say it's really important for us a driver to be in the sim before the weekend. Yeah, of course it works together, but it takes a lot of time. For me, it's a huge experience. I try to get the best out of everything. All the things they give me, the time in the simulator, the work I can do with the engineers, can be only helpful for me and useful for my future. So I really try to get the best out of it, and try to help them also in terms of development in the sim. I do many days. I spend many times inside the cockpit and in the simulator. And yeah, I think it's useful for them, and I try to make it useful for them at least. And it's really useful for me in terms of experience. Quite easy, because it's important to separate both of them. Of course, my main target this season is to win my championship in GP2, and then Formula One, I just try to take the best out of it, try to get as much experience as I can to be ready if I get my chance. So it's two different targets. One is take experience, and the other one is be the best and win the championship. I think GP2 it's probably even higher than in F1, or at least similar. But yeah, of course, there is a big tire management which has to be made during the races, and it makes it tough. It makes it tough because as a driver, of course, you always want to push as hard as possible. But yeah, nowadays you really need to be careful with the tire, which makes it not really easy every time. But it's yeah, I will say it's pretty similar between the two series. We have limited strategies because we have only one pit stop, whereas in F1 you can do 2, 3, whatever you want. So for us it's either prime option or option prime, which is always the question and what we have to decide before the race. So we are quite limited, but still it can make some difference on the final result. So you need to pick up the right strategy all the time. Yeah, of course I'm kind of aggressive driver, so I like to push to the limit, and it's difficult for me to really calm me down when I'm in the car, because yeah, as I said, I'm aggressive, so I need to go the opposite way during the races. In quali lap it's not a problem to be aggressive, but in the races didn't work so well at the beginning, so I had to adapt my driving and change a bit my style, I would say, to really suit for this series. But of course, yeah, if we could push every lap to the limit, that will be the best. It's really only on the track because you have so many parameters that can affect the degradation. Yeah, a lot of parameters, not only on your driving aspect, but also on many, like depending of the conditions and everything. So of course you can practice, you can try to make some work on the throttle management and like train a little bit on those things, but there is nothing better than do it on track. So. Yeah, of course. For me, it's my target. I want to be in one of those seats next year. So I'm waiting my time. I think I've taken enough experience in all the series I've made in 3.5 with Michelin tires, and now in GP2 in my second year with the Pirelli tires. I think I've got a lot of experience. I've learned many things during those last 3 years with different teams, so different way of working, different people as well, French, English, Italian. So for me, it's been a really good experience. And yeah, I think no, I still need to push and show them what I can do. But for sure, I will do my best, and I'm really motivated to show them that I want this seat for next year.